Peace, guys. Patrick, Conservative Rap. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the resurgence of the parallel economy. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is basically at the verge of admitting that the deep state financial system cannot allow Trump and the Patriots to continue doing what they're doing, which is the construction of the golden age and the, for lack of a better phrase, deliverance from their economic slavery. If Jerome Powell drops the rates, Trump wins. If he doesn't, as the economy continuously begins to improve, people will look at him like, why are you not dropping the rate? So he's in a lose-lose scenario. In the end, both Powell as well as the Federal Reserve will lose credibility, no different than the fake news as we've seen over the last several years. And Trump will be able to replace him and replace that entire system. Let's take a quick look at some posts and you'll get a sense of what I'm driving at here. First on Truth, I'm going to share my screen. This is Truth Social. Trump. China can now, well, nope, here we go. Too late, Jerome Powell. Let's go ahead and get into this. Of the Fed will be in Congress today in order to explain, among other things, why he's refusing to lower lower the rate. Europe has had 10 cuts. We've had 0. No inflation and a great economy. We should be at least 2 to 3 points lower, and this would save the USA $800 billion a year or more. What a difference this would make. If things later change to the negative, increase the rate. I hope Congress really works this very dumb, hard-headed person over. We will be paying for his incompetence for many years to come. The board should activate Make America Great Again. And this is another, I guess, scenario or mechanism we have where there's actual board around the Federal Reserve. I think Trump may have that option to go around Powell himself to make things happen here. Moving on to X, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says, among the largest black markets in the United States are undocumented labor, illicit drugs, human sex trafficking. This is more about the immigration effects. Again, the Great Awakening and the slow resurgence where whether it's a moderate, left of center Democrat or a hardcore MAGA Republican, everyone's going to be part of this America First movement. All three are a direct result of porous borders and Washington's decades-long refusal to meaningfully enforce immigration laws. The shadow economy propped up by Washington's negligence has led to human suffering on a massive scale and severe market distortion. President Trump's the first leader in a generation to take this problem seriously. This is why the administration is committed to passing the One Big Beautiful Bill. This legislation is just as much an immigration bill as it is a tax bill. It'll finish the border's wall, provide federal law enforcement with resources to hire thousands of new personnel and combat illegal immigration, drug cartels, and human trafficking. The goal is to end exploitation in black markets and secure the border for years to come. The American people called for immigration sanity by voting for President Trump. It's time for Congress to answer the call. Amen. And just moving on, some more analysis. Here's this from the Wall Street Journal, an excellent post. Trump's relentless Fed pressure creates lose-lose scenario for Powell. 2 Fed officials appointed by Trump have become the first to speak out in favor of lowering rates after having supported last week's decision to hold them steady. And again, moving on, just more wins. This is from Democratic Wins Media. Let's check this out. In a stunning moment, Fed Chair Jerome Powell just said that the Fed would have cut interest rates if not for Trump's tariffs. Trump's tariffs are to blame for rising costs. So they're laying.
If you just look at the basic data and don't look at the forecast, you would say that we would have continued cutting. The difference, of course, is at this time, all forecasters are expecting pretty soon that some significant inflation will show up from tariffs. Now, and we can't just ignore that. But we're just saying let's wait and see more. That's all we're doing. And if you will have noticed, a substantial majority of the committee has written down rate cuts in the remaining 4 years, four meetings this year. So it's just a question of being prudent and careful. But at a time when the labor market is still strong, we don't see weakness in the labor market. If we did, that would change things. We're going to continue to adapt as the data adapt. But that is the difference between then and now. Then inflation was forecasted to continue to come down. Here it's forecasted to go
And I'll
up by
cut this here. I mean, it's just more BS. He is running out of options. And again, it's the quiet part out loud. They're just looking to blame Trump and they're waiting for an event. But if you look at how Trump and the Patriots beautifully handled the Iran-Israeli situation, how they're handling all of these weapons that the deep state is slowly putting at them, he's going to run out of options very shortly. If he lowers the rates, remember, that would spur economic growth, right? Cars would be sold, houses would be sold, businesses could take out loans, they could expand. This is why many are expecting a potential cyber attack. It's one of the last tools or weapons the deep state has in their arsenal to stop the America First agenda. This is also why they're trying everything that they have with war. Let's move back to Trump on truth. Again, tell your senators, stop the largest tax hike in history. Vote yes to work the family tax cuts. And he links here. It's about the midterms. What's happening now is going to shape the narrative for years to come. And just like there was fake news, we're going to understand that a lot of these Democrat politicians, a lot of these rhino Republicans, and a lot of these so-called financial institutions that we know and trust are actually enemy of the people, number one. What do you think? Feel free to comment, like, thumbs up this video, share, and remember, we're heading into a golden age. There's a lot to be confident in and be excited about. Feel free to let me know what you think and what we're seeing here. For more, check me out at conservativerap.com, and thanks for listening.